June 3, 2025. The news breaks, another Dutch government collapses. Just shy of a year in power, the coalition led by Prime Minister Dick Schoof unravels. This highlights once again the inherent complexities of governing a nation built on consensus and diverse political viewpoints. This isn't just a political hiccup. It sends shockwaves through the Netherlands and across Europe, raising urgent questions about immigration, international commitments, and the stability of one of the EU's founding members. In the Netherlands, the political landscape is fractured. No single party comes close to an outright majority. Forming a government is a delicate dance of negotiation and compromise. Coalitions, typically involving 2 or 3 parties, are the norm. This system, designed to ensure broad representation and prevent political extremism, demands a constant striving for consensus. But it also makes governments vulnerable, especially when core ideological differences collide. The fallen Schoof cabinet was born from the political upheaval of the November 2023 election. Geert Wilders' far-right Party for Freedom, known as the PVV, became the largest party in parliament for the first time. After Wilders withdrew his bid for prime minister, the 4-party coalition settled on Dick Schoof, a political newcomer, to lead. This coalition was made up of the PVV, the conservative liberal VVD, the Christian Democratic NSC, and the farmer-focused BBB. It was a historic moment for the PVV, marking their first foray into formal government power after years on the fringes. From the outset, immigration was positioned as a central pillar of the coalition agreement. The parties vowed to implement the most stringent and extensive migration policy in Dutch history. This ambition, however, proved to be the coalition's undoing. Disagreements festered over specific measures to curb asylum applications. The PVV was particularly insistent on rapid, potentially constitutionally contentious, changes. Sources close to the talks reveal the final straw. It was the failure to agree on a mechanism to bypass standard parliamentary procedures to enact stricter asylum rules quickly. Some dubbed this idea an emergency law. Geert Wilders himself had publicly warned that the cabinet would face trouble if this aggressive approach to migration wasn't pursued. When it became clear his coalition partners would not support the measures he deemed necessary, the PVV withdrew its backing. This pulled the plug on the fragile alliance. With the coalition dissolved, the Schoof cabinet immediately assumes a caretaker, or demissionary, status. They remain in office, handling urgent matters, but by convention, avoid taking controversial or far-reaching policy decisions. The focus now shifts inevitably towards snap elections, likely within the next few months. This will force the nation back to the polls to decide its political future amidst the lingering debates that shattered the current government. A new election means the PVV, freed from the compromises of coalition, can campaign hard on its core platform. Expect immigration to dominate the discourse once more. Wilders' party advocates for drastically reducing immigration, ending migration from Muslim countries, and pushing for the Netherlands to secure opt-outs from shared European Union asylum policies, similar to Denmark. The outcome of the vote will directly impact how the Netherlands approaches this contentious issue going forward. Beyond immigration, the political instability and a potentially stronger PVV influence could have ripple effects on the Netherlands' international stance. The PVV holds a Eurosceptic view and has expressed reservations about NATO missions outside Allied territory. While Wilders recently softened his push for a full Nexit to focus on changing the EU from within, the overall direction could lean towards more nationalistic policies. This could potentially impact Dutch engagement in European initiatives and contributions to international alliances.